Hello everyone, hope you guys all are doing well. Today we're gonna be doing something nice. We're gonna be flying in Russia, so it's gonna be a domestic flight in Russia. It's a flight by S7 Airlines, or as known in Russian, Siberia Airlines. And it's a flight number 5303 from Tolmachevo, Novosibirsk, as you can see here, which is an actual freeware, amazing freeware. You can find, I have the link in the description, and you can find the file on VATSIM Russia. To all the way north to a fantastic, very, very intriguing and fantastic place, NORILSK ALYKEL airport, which while we are in flight, we're gonna talk about the place, but it is quite amazing. And unfortunately, that scenery is not freeware; it's by Aerosoft. But one word of advice: if you decide to buy it, it's a very old add-on, not compatible with 4.5. Actually, I think it's only compatible to V1, and so it took me a while to get it to work. I had to edit FCADs and edit files and everything to get it work, and still it's not working 100%. I have to set the lights and everything because everything is got screwed up on 4.5. So at this moment we can't operate at night on that airport, but everything else should be working. This is gonna be the actual first real test. I looked around. After I added everything, and it looks okay, but I haven't I haven't tested anything. I haven't tested ILS, nothing. But on the file, everything looks okay. So we're gonna find out together. Anyways, let's get going. This is a real flight as usual, and we're flying on the real time too. This flight is supposed to be departing at 0125 Zulu. It's right now 0058 Zulu, so we are a little bit behind the schedule, but we are flying on the actual real time. The only thing that we are not doing is S7 flies on this route. They fly Embraers and A320 Neos. Since we don't have either or, we're gonna be flying regular A320, FSLabs A320. So, but we are not too far off. Today they are not flying the A320. The flight today is scheduled to be flown by with the Embraer. But but they do fly A320s once in a while. But it is the A320 Neo, not the old one. But like I said, we have to wait for FSLabs to release the Neo. This is a special livery too. So it's not the same standard Sibir or Siberian Airlines livery, and you can find I don't have actually the link, but you can find at FSLabs. Okay, let's get going. I'm already talking too much. So this is gonna be a little bit challenging. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get any ATC. I'm not expecting to get any ATC, especially far east, like we are not far east, but we are far enough east from the most popular areas. So I don't see us. We might get some traffic, especially here in Novosibirsk. But I don't think we are gonna see any ATC, unfortunately. But hang in there. The approach is gonna be awesome. That airport is amazing. Unfortunately, it's spring now, but in the winter we're gonna be doing this flight again, and the textures in the winter are just amazing. It's very secluded airport. There's nothing there, and it's far north. It's really north, even for the Canadian standards here. I'm used to far north, but this is really north, far north. So, anyways, let's get going. Yeah, we're already late. Once again, we are online on VATSIM, but I don't expect too much action here. We are flying more for the scenery than the actual flight itself. Okay, let's get going. Oh, I need to start the pre-flight. Okay, pre-flight has been started. As you can see, the guys did a great job to include GSX, so we can request our deboarding. So GSX has been included. There's all the instructions on how to install and everything, and it's an amazing scenery. Payware quality. It is just amazing. Even details of having Tolmachevo airport logo on that you can add. So this was a modification on GSX too. It is just amazing. Anyways, enough talk, and let's get going. As usual, our first order of the day is make sure that we are sitting on the right aircraft, and our database is current. So we still have a good 16 days on this database. We're good. Let's start our initiate our flight plan. So SBI 5303. That's our flight. Okay, we got it. Cost index, unfortunately, I tried to find cost index for Siberia, but I can't. I cannot find this information, so we're gonna fly 20. If you know, please drop the message in the comment section. I'll be very, very in depth with you if you can give me a cost index for Siberian for S7. And if you have information on any other of the major, let's say, major Russian companies like Aeroflot, Ural, and oh man, just had a I'm gonna have to look. I cannot believe that. Aurora, yes, I couldn't even find the information. Aurora, or Aurora. I'll be more than more than happy to get this information for the A320s and A319s. Anyways, let's go.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
So SBI 5303. We have A26697, our very kind of capable captain. Our first officer that get us out of trouble. And we're gonna restart. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is a 2 hours and 40 minutes gate-to-gate flight, roughly. So ACARS here is giving us 2:15, so not a long flight. Okay, block 12.9, that's what I had, yes. Taxi 110, trip 5984, all kilograms. ZFW 58.6, yeah. And time of departure, we're a little bit late now. I'm gonna call this. It was supposed to be 125. Let's call 135. Oh, there you go. We have the time. Okay, so we can actually perfect. 135, 31 minutes plus. Yeah, that's great. 135. Let's see. Okay. We already got our first. We got our. Oh, the load sheet. Oh, things work quick here. That's great. So our 0 fuel weight 58630. once again kilograms. 71420 for the takeoff. We're just double checking information here. Yeah, this looks good. That's our aircraft. 32.4 and 30.2. Okay, and the distribution, everything looks good. We're gonna accept. And we also gonna come back here, request our boarding, our catering, sorry. And oh, we don't have the time again. So we're gonna set up. Not too sure. Let's use this line. We're gonna set the time for the okay, no delay, so that's good too. Let me just dim the brightness a little bit here, so you guys can read a little bit better.
Fire test.
We're gonna set the time once we have a better idea. Once we can see the time here, we're gonna set up boarding time. Okay, let's get going. CVR test. Good. Everything else here looks good. Let's align our IRS, our aiders. In our aiders section here. Okay. Okay, lights, everything looks good. Yeah, we're gonna just bring this down a little bit. So 100% daytime flight. Landing elevation is on auto. Sorry, I had to check something popped up on the other computer here. I thought it was a warning or something, but no, everything is fine. Okay, so fire test has been done. Everything else here looks good. Just real quick here, we have idle, off, normal, flaps and ground spoilers, everything looks good. Parking brake is on. And the light, we're just gonna leave a little bit of light. And flood light for the main panel, and the PFD we're gonna leave it off. We're gonna have later to move this, so might as well move it now. Okay. We already filed our flight plan. I'm gonna refile and just change the departure time to 35 and file again. Don't think it matters too much, but yeah, and as soon as we get a time there, we're gonna deal with the boarding. Okay, let's get a meter for
Ground
NOVOSIBIRSK.
from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Confirm chocks in.
Chocks are in.
Roger.
Okay, yeah. So we have it for 1 Zulu, beautiful. So it's the current one. So you have UNNT, day 5, 1 Zulu, 290 at 5. Remember, it's meters per second here. Light rain, even though it's not raining here. Scatter 1,300 and overcast 2,800. Temperature 4, dew point 2. QNH, I'm glad that we are actually getting a QNH and millibars. 1019.
Okay, I'm out for the walk around.
Okay. And we're gonna double check. We're gonna put 1019 and double check to see if the altimeter makes sense. If the altitude makes sense. So we know that the airport here has an elevation of 367. So yeah, it looks good. 1019 works. Okay, so we got our 1019. Oh, we have a time, so 5 minutes. We're gonna start boarding in 5 minutes. So we're gonna add just so we don't have to worry about it anymore. So 116. Let's put 115. Yeah, let's do 115. I much rather having GSX start boarding before FS2 crew, because FS2 crew is a little bit quicker. So, okay, we got that done. What we need now, just real quick, so we can get request our performance for the takeoff. There's no ATC, there's nothing online, so we're gonna get the stuff done much quicker. So departures UNNT. Winds. Oh, that's one thing now that we have to do. So its winds are 290 at 10. Temperature 4. QNH 1019. Runway 25. I'm glad that we're actually getting 25, because the other runway, it's a long taxi. Oh man. Takeoff, estimated takeoff 71.4. 30.2. And config 1+F. Okay. And as soon as we get these numbers, we're gonna add to FS2 crew and get everything else done. So we're looking for 12.9 on the fuel. So we still have quite a ways to go. Okay. Constraint nav. This we'll deal with this soon. We can actually let me just look real quick here if there's any altitude. Do not overfly central part of city below 4,300. Okay, that's okay. Transition level is 60. Okay.
Hi, I'm back. No
MSA
issues
is
on the
2500.
walkaround.
So let's do an unrestricted climb, so we can get this set right away. So we're gonna be flying flight level 330 for the flight today. So we get this done right away. I shouldn't actually. This is not gonna be a VOR. We are in Russia now. Lots of NDB navigation. So yeah, the first thing that we want. Actually, I'm gonna do VOR on one and leave on ADF for the NDB. The seed is based on an NDB, so we're gonna be flying this to this NDB. This it's gonna be our first point waypoint in our flight, and it is also the NDB. The NDB is called Golf Victor 25 Tango. Golf Victor is the NDB. Oh, there you go, and we're gonna start boarding. We got our message, probably our performance, yes. Performance numbers, just double checking the registration, our flight number. Yeah, everything looks good. So we're gonna be going down 0.4 for the stab. 155, 156, 156. Tor 3597. Clean 222. Flex 57. Okay. We're gonna add these numbers right away on departure here. So A320, no de-icing. Terrain, yes, we can keep terrain, even though they're calling for... yeah, he can keep his on terrain, and we'll keep
Hi,
probably
the
weather.
security and safety checks are all done. Are you good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay. Okay, so flex tank 57. One 155, 156, 156. And we get the rest of the numbers real quick. I just wanna check something here real quick on the computer. Just give me 1 second. And okay. Okay. Let's do our GFreeps real quick. Data, aircraft status. Okay, everything looks good. A, good. Flight plan, departure, runway 25. Golf Victor 25 Tango. Whoop. No transition. Destination UOOO, runway 01 ILS. Oh, yeah. Forgot to write down here the star. It's Oluri 1 Juliet. Oluri 1 Juliet. Okay, via. No, via. So this is gonna bring us to the VOR. Yes, to NORILSK VOR. And we're gonna have to fly. It's gonna be full procedure probably. That's what's gonna fly. So we're gonna have to do a procedure turn. Because this VOR is like many old airports and airports up north here in Canada too. We have a NDB or a VOR, usually NDB, which they have there too, but they are fortunate enough to have a VOR too, so we're going to be using a VOR a little bit more reliable, well, way more reliable. So we're going to end up flying a procedure turn, unless we decide to just vector ourselves when we get close to the approach. But I think we're going to fly a procedure turn. And we're going to use the VOR. Flight plan, okay, so 924 for the distance. I have it here. Which makes sense to have 922. Red nav, if we have to come back. Runway 25. 108.5. IKT And 252 for the course. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And back to B. 58.6. 32.4.
Morning.
Good morning.
And 12.9. It is really unfortunate that the announcements and everything are not working. That's what I was checking. I wanted to make sure that I actually didn't make a mistake. I put the announcements and everything. I don't know why it's not working, but this happens sometimes. Okay, so everything there looks good. Performance. So you have 155, 156, 156. Transition, we have here 46. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. Flex time 57. And 1 down 0.4.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
Okay. So clean is 223 according to this. We're gonna leave manage 250. Manage 20 for the cruise. Descent. And we're gonna look at our program. Yeah, that sounds about right. GPS is good, everything is good. And we're gonna copy. Check the box.
Okay.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Oxygen test.
Roger.
Okay, elevation's 597, so you had auto 600. Just want to finish the information here. 1860.
Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first. And keep your
Transition
small
is
items under the seat in
4600.
front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your
Cruise
seat.
is
To help us
33.
ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board.
And
As
we're
we are
good.
currently refueling, please ensure that your seatbelt remains
Oh, it might be
unfastened
because
until
this is the
seatbelt sign
refueling
is turned on. This is a no smoking service.
warning. That
Thank you
might
for
that
observing this policy.
announcement. That might be why. Well, let's hope once we push back, I hope it plays the proper files. Let me check just real quick here. Just want to make sure that I really have. Ah, it's okay. There's nothing we can do anyways right now. Okay, we have another company message. It works, it's efficient here. 58662, we had 58663, and 71452, we had 7142. And CG 30.29. Yeah, I'm good with that. And we can do our takeoff briefing real quick. Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
Okay, so we're gonna be departing from runway 25, flying the Golf Victor 25 Tango departure. Very simple. 252 runway heading on DME 1.6 from the NOVOSIBIRSK VOR. We're gonna right turn on a 010 heading. It's funny how they don't. I don't know. Is this inbound on the NDB? There's no extra. That's it's It's a clean plate. Reminds me a little bit of Canadian plates. It's anyways, we're gonna be maybe flying the inbound 010 to the NDB, which is 660 and Identis Golf Victor. And we're gonna be climbing unrestricted to a flight level 330. In case of an emergency before V1, I'm gonna take control and bring the aircraft to a complete stop. And we're gonna go through our emergency procedures. After V1, we're gonna commit to the takeoff and go through our emergency procedures and come back and land runway 25, if possible. Any questions?
None.
Takeoff briefing complete. Regarding parking, regarding taxi, better off. We're on the domestic terminal, the main terminal here. To our left, we can see the international terminal. Or we can't, but the international terminal is to the right there. We are probably gonna be at, well, there's only one way to taxi unless we want to backtrack on the runway. We're gonna push back to nose left, so to the east. And we're gonna be taxiing, just getting the only taxiway, which is Alpha, to the threshold runway 25. It is right there. Actually, it's not that far. Oh, there you go. Here comes the rain. It's not that far. I should have added raining on the performance, but it's okay. We're gonna go like this. The only thing is we're gonna be using ignition on mode for the engine on takeoff. Even though it's calling for light rain, I saw before it was calling for thunder showers and TCU in the area. So just as a safe, we don't want to have a flame out here. I don't know how exaggerated ActiveSky or even prepared weather engine is. I don't know if it makes any difference. So we don't want to take any chances. It won't hurt us anyways. Okay. With that being said, we're still waiting for our final numbers, waiting for boarding to finish. We can just double check all our information. We can do our hat check. So flight plan, red nav, program, performance, fuel prediction, and secondary. Just to make sure that everything looks good. Before start checklist.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On auto.
ADIRS.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
12880 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Baro ref.
QNH 10118 set.
QNH 1019 set. Electronic load sheet.
Sent.
Down to the line.
Okay. Have 5 minutes. I thought about requesting a lot of performance numbers. I don't know. With a wet runway. But it's okay. I should have believed anyways the weather information, even though it wasn't raining here yet. I should have trusted. Well, now it's too late. Well, it's not, but we're not gonna bother it. We have to change on the FS2 crew, and we have only, what, 4 minutes? I don't know, it might take a while for us to get the numbers. It's all good. Oh, that's the sound of our cargo a bay there closing. And the main door, even though she didn't ask us to do it. Oh, I don't think there's yeah, I don't think FS2 crew actually we need to give. Yes, that's right. I think I left for FS2 crew to manage doors and everything without our input. So that's why. Yeah, that's what it is. Which is the best way to do it, anyways. one, we don't have to keep, it's one less thing for us to do it, and two, once they are done boarding, whenever that is, that the software knows that the boarding has been completed, they will deal with the problem. Another company message is probably our final numbers.
Ground from cockpit.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Remove external
yes.
power.
As soon as I looked there, I knew it. We forgot the yeah, not a very debut on our new company here in Russia. We forgot the fuel report. It's they understand. 10.2, 10.6. Sorry, 10.6 divided by 0.802. 13.21.6. I always press print, which you can actually print in a real printer if you want. I don't have it hooked up, but all this stuff that you have, you can print on our home inboard printer here. You can actually print in a printer in your house. Anyways, fuel report sent. I'm really sorry. Don't. We know what we are doing. I promise. Well, kind of. One thing that we're gonna have, even though there's no ATC, we're gonna set our metric altitude button here. So we're gonna be using metric because they use metric. They use meters, and it is yeah. If you watched our flight out of especially the one out of London Heathrow to Domodedovo, Moscow, you remember that. So the same way they use meters per second for wind speed information. So we're gonna be turning that on. We can. It doesn't matter. We can leave it on here or not. Now or later. So as you can see, we have another altimeter here showing our altitude in meters, and that's that. Okay, one more minute, and we're gonna be 2 more minutes, and we're gonna be on our way. 1 more minute, and we're gonna be confirming that the doors can be closed. Oh, thank you. Thank you, as always, for watching, joining and watching. I really appreciate it. I know I say that all the time, but it is really nice to see people watching. Let me know if once we start the flight that the overlay
Hey
there's.
guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Thanks. It will be a short taxi.
Thanks.
Once we start flying, then we're gonna have the expanded overlay. Just let me know if it's going on top of the FS2 crew bar there. I don't remember exactly how short I have to make that bar. Let's see if someone's gonna move this jetway here. There we have an advertisement for a bank. Sberbank. And there's what is it there? Oh, always with you. Or yeah, always together, always with you. That's what it is. Sigdariada. Anyways, no one's gonna move the jetway. I don't know if we should move the jetway or if we should hope that they're gonna move the jetway. Let's hope that they're gonna move the jetway. We're good to go. Let's get going. Request pushback and start clearance.
Ground. Good morning. It's Iberia 5303. Okay, cleared to push and start. Iberia 5303.
Oh yeah, and of course they don't have Siberian on the database for FS2 Cruise. So I chose Siberian. Sounds about it's close. It's close enough. But yeah, so that's why you're gonna hear FS2 Cruise saying Iberian. It's the closest that I could find. I didn't want to leave the generic one. I should, even though I'm thinking I should have done that. But anyways, it's yeah, we are Iberia because we are Siberian Airlines. Anyways, let's get going. Are we on 22 decimal? That's one thing that I forgot to check the radio. Yeah. See, we get we get a little bit lazy when there's no ATC. So, but we're gonna do this properly. It's just that. Okay, let's make our call. And yeah, and let's get going. NOVOSIBIRSK traffic. Здравствуйте. This is Siberian Airlines 5303 A320 at gate number 2. We're gonna start our pushback and start procedures facing east. Any traffic in there, please advise. Siberian Airlines 5303 NOVOSIBIRSK TOLMACHEVO. Okay, let's get going. After clearance received, we got our clearance. Windows and doors are closed. Cabin crew arms, lights, and cross-check.
Cabin crew, please arm your doors for departure, thank you.
Yeah, let's hope that once we set up for the pushback, the jetway will move. Okay, the lights are good, and so beacon comes on. Check the parking brake. Yeah, we have pressure, and parking brake is
Gentlemen, boys and girls, good morning, and a very
and
warm
on.
welcome to your flight today.
Yeah, they are just not
My name is
working.
Norman, and it's
That's
my pleasure to
very
introduce
unfortunate.
the crew today. Working with the front, we have Tim,
Yeah,
in the center,
that is
Carl,
really.
and
Anyways,
at the rear,
we don't have time for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for your comfort.
Below the line.
Early for your
Windows and doors.
Closed.
mind, please, we
Closed.
have
Beacon.
20 minutes
On.
time. Once we
Thrust levers.
Idle.
officer,
Parking brake.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft.
Oh, now that's a
Safety
good
card is in
question.
your seat pocket, showing the exit
I don't want to
oxygen
be
mask,
late. I don't
life
even know where
jackets,
to
and brace position
where
which
to
you
go
must
in this
adopt if
airport.
you hear
Is it really
brace,
bad?
brace.
Let's cheat here and take a look. Yeah, we might have problems.
In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened. Adjust
Yeah,
it
let's see now.
and
Due to
release
icing
as shown.
conditions, please
It
stand by
must be
for engine
fastened when the
start
seatbelt
until
signs
push
are on,
completed and the
and we
brakes
recommend that
set.
you keep it fastened at all times.
That's actually something that I don't usually do on JSX. I'm gonna actually do it one day to see how it works. If we have to actually taxi to the apron, to the de-ice apron, how do we choose that?
Hello,
To
Captain.
adjust.
We are ready for
Put on
pushback.
your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it
Lock in gear.
inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for
I wonder if you
activation.
should add it
We also carry
the text,
flotation aids
the
for
text, the
children.
pushback.
Your tray table must now be
Now let's
stowed,
trust,
armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you
Let's
a
trust.
pleasant flight.
Departure
The
check
AFCA.
completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes. Commence and push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push completed and brakes set.
Starting to regret not going on the icing. It would have been a nice opportunity to check and see how it works. But I'm, yeah. I'll do it offline one day, just to see how it works and. Yeah, nice, very nice scenery. The guys did an amazing job. It is impressive. And adding GSX, I don't think there's any dynamic lighting. It might have, I don't remember. But yeah, this looks great.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Start engine 2. Start engine 1. We're gonna be starting. We're gonna start flying more here in Russia.
Unlocking gear.
So I promise next time we're gonna do the de-icing. I'm gonna see how it works.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
On. Engine anti-ice on.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Zero 4% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground, Iberia 5303, ready to taxi. Cleared to taxi, Iberia 5303.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Clear for takeoff. Thank you.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
NOVOSIBIRSK traffic, Siberian Airlines 5303 A320 at gate number 2. We're gonna be taxied to holding point runway 25 via inner and alpha. Any traffic, please advise. Siberian Airlines 5303, NOVOSIBIRSK. Flight controls check. Oh, got our first mistake here. New aircraft. Oh, FSU IPC. Okay. Yeah, everything's working properly.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Needless to say, this is the first time in this airport. So, we're gonna learn as we go. So yeah, so that's the international terminal there. And the one that we were is the domestic terminal. And there's a bunch of hangars on to the right of where we were. But now we can't see it anymore. Before takeoff checklist?
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Oh, that's not good. It was because I had to activate FSU IPC when so I have to reset basically I had to reset my physical there. Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flat setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
V1 155, VR 156, V2 156, flex temp 57 degrees.
V1 155, VR 156, V2 156, flex temp 57 degrees, ATC.
Set.
ECAM memo.
Takeoff no blue.
Down to the line. Approach path clear of traffic.
Below the line.
Takeoff runway.
25 confirmed.
Cabin crew be seated for takeoff. 25 confirmed. Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TA,
Engine mode selector.
ignition,
Packs.
on.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
NOVOSIBIRSK traffic at Siberian Airlines 5303 is an A320. We're lining up runway 25. We're going to be flying the Golf Victor 525 Tango departure, unrestricted climb to flight level 330, en route to Alykele, Norilsk. Any traffic, please advise. Siberian Airlines 5303, NOVOSIBIRSK.
Approaching 25. On runway 25.
Ready?
A firm.
Take off.
Thrust set.
Check. Main flex 57. SRS. Runway. Auto thrust.
100 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flex 0.
Speed checked. Flaps 0.
After takeoff climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each
NOVOSIBIRSK traffic, Siberian Airlines 5303, A320 airborne runway 25, Golf Victor 25 Tango departure, leaving 3,000 feet to fly level 330. Any traffic, please advise.
All details can be found in
Siberian Airlines 5303, NOVOSIBIRSK.
purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards.
There you go. It was right at the. It was on.
Any further assistance, and just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Okay. So pretty straightforward, no constraints, no speed, no nothing, other than 250 below 10,000. Set standard.
Standard, cross-checked, passing flight level 055. Now,
Checked. Below the line. Below the line.
baro ref,
Standard set.
standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
Thank you. Okay. So yeah, he does have my our weather radar turned on. Okay, we're on our climb here. Hopefully things will, the tops won't be too high. Oh yeah, we're already, it's already clearing up. That's beautiful. That was an uneventful, thank God, an uneventful takeoff. We're gonna put ignition back to normal and turn engine anti-ice off. Yeah, it is. Well, we don't have to worry about too much on our with our altimeter in the emitters, our altitude emitters. There's no ATC, so we're gonna be calling all in feet, even during approach. Maybe during approach there, we'll see. If you think there's someone around, we might
Confirm seatbelts off.
Oh. Confirm.
Confirm clear rad nav.
Confirm.
Confirm copy active to secondary.
Confirm.
Cruise flight level is as shown. Optimum flight level is as shown. Recommended max flight level is as shown. Are you happy with our current selected flight level?
Yes.
Okay.
NOVOSIBIRSK traffic, Siberian Airlines 5303 A320, leaving the area to the northeast. We are just out of Golf Victor NDB. We were on Golf Victor 25 Tango departure. We're leaving flight level 145 to flight level 330 en route to Alykele, Norilsk. Thank you very much, and you guys have a good day. Siberian Airlines 5303 Dobry wieczór. Okay, so you have a center tank feeding warning the ECAM. Yeah. It's all good. Let's take a look on our fuel page. Okay. Fair enough. Very good. Okay. So I press our 10,000. Let's just wait until we... Oh, it's gonna take a while for us to level off. So I've never, I said that we were gonna talk about Norilsk when we were en route to our destination and the city itself. So I've never been there, and but it's quite an interesting place and quite an interesting airport too. And you guys are gonna see once we get there. Anyways, so one interesting thing about Norilsk is that it is, and like I said, this is all Wikipedia stuff. It's none of that is my own personal knowledge on the area. I'm not familiar with the area at all. It is the northernmost city with more than 100,000 inhabitants, and the second largest city after Murmansk inside the Arctic Circle. So this is when I was saying this was up north. This is up north, real up north. Like I said, I'm used to up north, like Canadian up north. This has nothing to. If you're familiar with up north in the west, like Fort McMurray in Alberta, I've been there many times. I worked there many times, and this is up north for us, and it's up north for European standards, like even North American standards. But this has nothing to. This is up north, so it is quite cold, as you can imagine, all year round. And so the weather there, it is a problem. So this will be a nice place to fly throughout the year, even though it's spring there right now. It is cold, and it is gonna be cold, really cold in the winter. So I cannot wait to be flying there during the winter. And Aerosoft did an amazing job with textures. So they have textures for spring, summer, and fall, winter, and especially the hard winter textures are amazing. So I cannot wait to fly there during the winter. We can take a look right now. Let's just have an idea what kind of temperatures we can expect right now. So it is minus 11 right now, which is quite cold for being, what time is it there? I think it's around 9 a.m. right now, and it's spring, right? Yeah, it's 9:05. Just checked here. So yeah, it is 9:05, and it is minus 11 and it's spring. So it is pretty bad. Pretty bad. The sky is clear, but it is cold, and it's cold all year long. If you go to Wikipedia, they have a table with all the database on the weather, temperature, and precipitation, rainfall, and everything average for the whole year, and you will see how how impressive those numbers are. It is quite an interesting place, and it will be awesome, like I said, to fly there throughout the year and see all the different weather and the textures. It's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, we'll be flying there throughout the year, doing this particular flight, and I think Aurora. I'm not too sure. I have to double check. I don't remember the ones that I have. If Siberian, if S7 is the only company that actually goes there. But we'll figure out. We'll see what we can do. But we're definitely coming back from there on our next leg when we want to fly again for Siberian. We're gonna be coming back from Norilsk. That's for sure. So yeah, it is quite an interesting out. If you wanna see pictures and want more information, go check Wikipedia. And if you want pictures of the airport, Google. You'll see. It is quite a fantastic, quite a fantastic scenery there. So yeah. We are still going on our climb, but we can start checking since we won't have ATC, and it's not gonna be a very busy flight. In terms of ATC and everything, we're gonna stay on UNICOM for the whole flight. We can keep an eye on our numbers, always checking, just so we can keep ourselves busy, right? Our first waypoint is Gompa, and what we have, well, I shouldn't say our first waypoint, but our next waypoint. We should still be climbing. 16 minutes in our flight. We are 11 miles from our waypoint, so we're pretty close. We should be 16 minutes in our flight. Winds are 336 at 9, so winds are pretty close to what we were expecting. We don't have an speed, true airspeed and ground speed numbers, because we are on our climb. But we do have fuel 11.2, 1.6. So we have 11.4 right now, 1.5 burned. So we're doing good. So that's what we have for this first point. I forgot to check the stream just to make sure that the overlay is good. Yeah, the overlay is good. I don't think any information is missing. Yeah, no, very good. So yeah, like I said, if you're interested in exotic places, and it's which I am, this is it's very interesting. Go check it out on Wikipedia, and check out and Google the airport too. It is quite an interesting place. Would love to go there one day. That will be very interesting. Like I said, used to northern Canada. Will be interesting to check northern Russia, which I've never had a chance to check. Alright, so a little bit less than 5,000 left on our climb. We'll be leveling off, as we can see on our map, movie map. We're going to be leveling off before our next waypoint, and that I think matches what we had for our flight plan. So just double check here. Just want to double check. yes, we were supposed to be leveling off before Bogut, and that's what's going to happen. So far so good. Everything going as planned. And just 1 second here. I just wanna yeah, okay. We had our center tank feeding information coming off. It's an automated system, so we don't have to worry about. So that means that I guess it's not feeding the center tank's not feeding. It's not being fed by the center tank anymore. Oh yeah, look at the stops here. It's quite impressive. We are high, and we're almost touching the tops here. It's, yeah, that's quite a cloud, quite a bunch of clouds here. Just want to double check the weather radar here, just to make sure that everything. Yeah, we have predicted. The PWS predictive wind shear system is on, and the system is on here on unit number 1. Multi-scan is auto, and GCS is auto, so I don't know. Maybe if we cycle terrain and let's cycle and see if it's if it goes.
$1,000 to go.
Check. Okay, so 1,000 feet, and we're gonna be able to have a little bit of a better understanding of what's going on and what the numbers are gonna be saying to us once we level off. Even better once we are a few waypoints ahead. Then we can have a much better view of what's gonna happen in terms of our range and endurance, the fuel that we have remaining, and all that stuff, and time that we still have en route. So far we can see that we have an estimated fuel on board on destination of 7.0, and that's good. That's what we want to see. But the system is gonna get better numbers once we are on cruise for a
Cruising
little bit.
flight level 330, check.
Checked. Okay. Let's take a look at the numbers at Bogut here. So we were expecting winds of 328.11. We are getting it's a little bit more hitting us more at 12 o'clock than we wanted, even though the difference is really not too much. It's only 6 degrees. and but it's 1 knot slower, if that if that if that will make us a little bit happier. It is never good to be flying with headwind, but it is what it is. Now that we leveled off, we have speed information. So we should be doing 451, 448. Pretty close. We're doing 452, 448. That's pretty good. 25 minutes in. We are just about to reach 24 minutes. And 10.8, 2.0 for the fuel. So you have 10.9, 1.9, which is pretty good. If you look our fuel prediction numbers here, we can see it's now showing us 6.9 and a UTC arrival of 0408. So less than 2 hours now. So 1 hour and 52 minutes. 1 hour and 51 minutes and 30 seconds. And we can see that our numbers for our alternate, which is actually, this is a very low, far alternate. Because we're flying up north, like really up north, there's not much over there. So our alternate is 1 hour 41 minutes away from our destination. So you can see it on our alternate, we have our numbers for fuel and an estimated time. Our final number for fuel and how much endurance that it's gonna give us. And our extra that we are carrying, 1.8, and that gives us 52 minutes endurance. Check the fuel on board and gross weight and CG, that everything we checked before, but yeah, everything looks good. We are good. We are so far so good, showing up a 6.9 estimated fuel on board on arrival, and still going to our alternate, we are still showing a good number for fuel. That's the reason why you're seeing this estimated fuel on board number so big. It's because our alternate is too far. Oh, it's too far. No, it's very far. So we're carrying a considerable amount of fuel to reach our alternate. So that's gonna give us a good, good reserve arriving at our destination. That's the reason. But it is what it is, right? We're still within limits for our landing weight, so we are fine. We should be fine. No, we should be fine. No, we will be fine landing at NORILSK. Let me move the camera back up so we can at least enjoy the view, even though it's just a bunch of clouds and blue sky. So since we're gonna be flying a non-precision approach, oh no, it's not. I'm sorry. I was thinking about an RNAV. It's because I was checking the RNAVs and all the approaches there. I've never been there before, so I was just curious. They have a bunch of approaches there, which is really nice. It's the good one of the best things about RNAV approaches is it's cheap. There's no maintenance, so all this and same here in Canada, all the northern airports that used to rely on NDB approaches, which was crap. And not only the approaches were crap to shoot, it was bad too because they all demanded a lot of maintenance and a lot of money. Now they decommissioned all these NDB approaches, at least here in Canada, and they are changing all to RNAV approaches. I mean, it's bad if you don't have an IFR GPS capable in your GA, on your Cessna or whatnot, or Piper plane, right? Maybe you had an ADF and you used to track the NDB or fly NDB just out of practice, and even shooting IFR, NDB, and now you are right. You need to have a WAS, at least, right, a Garmin 430, so you can shoot these RNAV approaches. But it makes it for a much better for the pilot to shoot an RNAV approach than an NDB, and it's better for whoever is paying for that, which it's always us, right, the taxpayers. So it makes it for a much better alternative than the NDB approaches. And I was quite surprised to see that this particular airport has an actual ILS, so it has an actual precision approach, and which we're gonna be shooting. But yeah, they have a bunch of RNAV approaches and still have NDB approach too, as far as I remember from checking earlier today. But we will be shooting the ILS. I don't know if I'm not familiar with the area. I don't know if the weather is always good. It's usually good, especially the ceiling. So I don't know. We might change to RNAV approach once we get once we get closer. But if not, the idea is to fly the ILS, and we're gonna be flying to the VOR and do a procedure turn. So we're gonna be doing a full procedure on the ILS. We're not gonna be. Idea is to not vector ourselves to final. So the idea is to fly a full procedure ILS runway 01. Another interesting thing is everything is in Russian there, so there's no English service. Of course there is if you're flying on VATSIM, at least I think there is, but in real life, as far as I know, there's no English service. It's Russian or nothing there. So ATIS is in Russian. All the controllers only speak Russian. And so if you're flying to that airport and you better know how to speak Russian and understand, because you're gonna need it. That's another interesting thing about Norilsk. Is that all the services are in Russian only, including air traffic control. At least that's what I could gather from the plates. Like I said, I've never been there visiting, and I've never even less flew there before. But that's what all the plates and all the charts say. So Russian only, you can see written on all the plates and all the charts. So that's quite interesting. Anyways, since we don't have another thing that we can work on here, since we don't have ATC, we won't have any ATC, we can set up our approach on FS2 crew. We have a transition level 6000. It's gonna be, so we're gonna be shooting the ILS for runway 01. Just double check. Final approach fix altitude will be 1860. I'm just checking something here. I just looked into. Okay, 2 minutes lag for the procedure turn, and it's gonna be the race, or it's gonna be the just standard racetrack. Yeah, but this is I think I made a mistake on the approach. That's what I'm checking here. Yeah, we chose the approach to shoot the VOR runway 01. So that's definitely not what we wanna do. So I'm just gonna fix here. I'm glad that I came here to take a look. So instead of the approach that we chose was Oluri 1 Juliet. What we want is Oluri 1 Golf, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's the one that we want. Okay, so we're gonna change here. On flight plan arrival, it's gonna be still 1 ILS 01, but we're gonna do Oluri 1 Golf. Oluri 1 Golf, no via. Yeah, that's gonna make that makes more sense. That makes more sense. And I'm gonna switch here to 1 Golf and remove the 1 Juliet, so we don't get. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be flying to the NDB. Yeah, which is our initial approach fix, and we're gonna be flying the procedure turn. And the procedure turn, it says fly level 60. Does that make sense? Yes, fly level 60. We hit the NDB on fly level 60, and we fly our procedure turn, and we're gonna descend to 1860. And that's gonna be our final approach fix altitude, 1860. The MDA for the ILS is 738. We're gonna be using auto brake. We're gonna be using low this time. I wanna start using low. And reversers, we always do reversers max, yeah. And everything else is looks good. Just wanna also look into the parking. It's not a very it's it's a very simplistic airport layout. We're gonna have to. No, we don't need to backtrack. Okay, so we're just gonna exit. We're gonna roll, keep rolling, and maintain momentum there, and exit at close to the end of runway 01, which is gonna be, of course, the beginning of the threshold of runway 19. And from there, all the taxiways are all closed. I'm just looking at now. It makes sense now because I was looking at the airport, the scenery, and I said, "Oh my God, those taxiways look rough." And now it makes sense that they are all closed. I'm just looking at the diagram. So if you're landing on runway 19, you have to backtrack on the runway. You're not allowed to use those taxiways anymore, Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot. So they only have Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie for oh, actually, Alpha is out too. Alpha's closed. So there's only 2 taxiways, and they're both close. One is the threshold of runway 19. The other one is right after. right at the beginning of the roll there. So you have to backtrack. There's no other way if you're landing runway 19. There's no way to stop before before taxiway Charlie. So okay, so we don't have to do it. We can roll all the way to the threshold and exit on Bravo, or just exit just before on Charlie. So yeah, so once we vacate the runway, which is gonna be to the left, to our left, just a simple taxiway to apron kind of thing. So it's taxiway Charlie to the main apron. They have a new apron there, but doesn't have it's just tanks. It doesn't have nothing. We're gonna be taking the main apron, gate 1 or 2, which is what Siberian uses when they are there. So they have gates, but unfortunately GSX doesn't work in that airport. It's a very old airport. So we will see the jetway. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like it too. It's nice to have all that information, especially for people dropping in and off, right? If they wanna, they have an idea how long it will still have on our flight, and have an idea where we're going and all that stuff. I find it awesome. Once again, another amazing job by our David, if I'm not mistaken, from SimToolkitPro. Yeah, he's quite a genius there. It's amazing the amount of stuff that this software does. It is quite. It just blows my mind. Anyway, so it's just a pretty simple taxi. And we will see the gate, we'll see the terminal, everything, but unfortunately, like I said, we won't see, GSX won't be working there. Dan, sorry, it's not Dave. I don't know why I call him every time Dave, but it's Dan. Yeah, Dan is the mastermind behind SimToolkitPro. Oh, SimToolkitPro. Yeah, SimToolkitPro. Yeah. So, anyways, we won't have any services or nothing. It's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen with FSLabs Airbus, because they have some automation in between GSX and FSLabs Airbus. So it's gonna be interesting to see if we're gonna get an error, what's gonna happen. So, but unfortunately, it is what it is. GSX doesn't work there. I have to try to find out a way to make it work, but as of now, not only the jetways don't move, but GSX doesn't work at all. At least that's what I had from last time when I was testing and fixing the scenery to be able to run on a V4.5. So yeah, so unfortunately we probably won't have any movement on the apron there. But yeah, so that's that. Okay, let's enjoy the view. I'm gonna shut up for 5 minutes so I don't drive anyone crazy. Okay, I'm back. Let's it's 2:40 right now, Zulu. So we probably have new weather report. Let's go check. I never requested the first. I requested the first one on vPilot, but I'm gonna request the second one here. We should be arriving at there you go. We have another good 1 hour. Another good hour. An hour and I don't know 20 minutes. So you guys have the overlay. You guys know more than me. I didn't wanna to move here. Yeah, we have another 407. So 1 hour and 26 minutes. So we're still gonna get another weather report, which is gonna be the final one. They're gonna be using for our performance numbers. But let's just check this one right now. So it's from 2:30. The other one that I got before on vPilot, it was from 1:30. So yeah. And winds are 030 at 9 meters per second, which means something like, I would say, let me see here before I actually say it wrong. Oh, what happened here? Which is 17 knots. I was going to say miles. 17.5, 17 knots. So that's pretty good winds there. The temperature is at least the sky is clear. Temperature is -10 right now, and dew point -12, and the QNH is 1013. And just want to make sure. Okay. And we have a remark on the runway 01. So and no significant change. And we have remarks on the pressure for QFE and I was going to say millibars and inches of mercury. So it's nice that they actually give us all the three altimeter settings. They give the millibar, the QFE, and inches of mercury. So if your plane doesn't have one of the systems, you can always use the other one. Okay, so we are in between waypoints there. Our next one's going to be Ultras. We're going to be taking a good look on our numbers once we reach there. We are 140 miles. Miles. I don't know. Just because I'm here, I'm thinking about miles per hour. We have roughly 120. Oh yeah, miles. I don't know. I was thinking about speed. That's what it was. Anyway, so we're roughly 120 miles from Ultras. Actually, we can instead of estimating, we can actually just look. Yeah, 126 miles. And we're gonna be checking. We're going to be checking our numbers, and that's going to bring us to a pretty close estimate of what's going to happen once we get there. because 120 miles, it's gonna take us close to 20 minutes. It's gonna be 17 minutes. And if we add 17 minutes to the time that we have here, we're gonna be already past 3 o'clock. So we're gonna be close to our destination. 1 hour, we're gonna have 1 hour left. So we are right now 1 hour and 22, roughly 21 minutes from our destination. So once we are in the last hour, we're pretty close for numbers, right? So once we hit ultras there, we're gonna be double checking numbers, making sure that everything makes sense, and we'll go from there. Okay, I forgot I left the camera a little bit lower than I like, and it's amazing how cloudy it is here. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, and even more how high these tops are. That's pretty nice. And how weak the winds are. Winds aloft here are. The upper winds. Oh my. We're at flight level 330. The winds are 10 knots. It is quite impressive too. Which is good. Oh, there you go. We are Ultras is getting close to 90 miles from us. I would love to know why the audio didn't work. I'm gonna double check after the cabin announcements and everything. I'll promise you guys I'll have it fixed for lag coming back from NORILSK. I'll have the cabin announcements and everything set up properly. I double checked the files. Once the English cabin announcement started, I said, "Oh, did I forget to put the files there?" And no, bear in mind that I'm pretty sure the files are from Russia, from the other another company, another Russian company. But so if you can speak Russian, you can hear her the flight attendant saying the name of the company. But anyways, it's all good. It's the closest that I could find for Siberian. I have the Aeroflot too, but I thought that Russia was a little bit better. Okay, 80 miles from Hotras. Just reached our last ring there. And we're finally gonna have an idea. Well, if we look now, of course, if we look now and we can see the destination estimated fuel on board is 7.0, and that number is pretty accurate. We have been cruising for quite a while now, and we just turned 1 hour airtime now. So we've been cruising for quite a while now, so that number is pretty accurate. So that we know, and like I mentioned before, since our alternators so far, we are carrying way more fuel than we usually carry on a regular flight, domestic flight. So I know we have lots of fuel. And the weather there is good, so I don't see us having problems. Even if we have to overshoot, fly the mist approach and come back, and we can try, I think, 50 more ILS approaches there, or any kind of approaches. And we're still gonna have lots of fuel. So I know that's not a problem. It's just that it's always good to double check times, check winds, and everything, and just to see if everything looks good, especially when you are flying in an area that you've never flown before, you're unfamiliar with. It's always good to know that everything works properly regarding ActiveSky, especially when you are actually flying close, like we're going close to the Arctic. All right, so it's not close to where most of the civilization is. It's always good to make sure that everything works properly. The simulator doesn't act strange. ActiveSky works properly with us flying up north. PFPX did a good job calculating. Even though we are flying up north, there's a lot of issues that happen with aviation, with flying when you're flying close to the Arctic, going north or south to the North Pole or the south. And so regarding magnetic deviations and everything, so it's always and how unreliable magnetic compass and that kind of stuff is. So it's always good to know that because of all these issues that happen in real life, that the flight planning tool that you're using and the weather, especially the weather engine that you're using, works well going to places like that, and they all make sense, right? So with us being able to check our flight plan that was created by PFPX, getting real world data, and ActiveSky now injecting the weather to the simulator, if they both make sense, if they're both close together, we know that everything is working properly, right? So it's always good to have that in mind. Yeah, it is pretty challenging. People don't um, people don't think about all the challenges of flying up north. It is there's a lot more to consider. It's a special type of flying. I say up north just because I'm in North America, and we are flying here in northern Russia, but right. But it is quite a specialized kind of flying. It is pretty awesome. Anyways, 40 miles. Five minutes, 4 minutes now to Holtres. I'm gonna pull my OFP here, just behind all the plates and everything on SimToolkitPro. So Holtres is our next waypoint. Okay, I got it here. Oh, that's another thing that I don't think I ever mentioned on about SimToolkitPro. You can have your Navigraph account set it on the software, and you can open your OFPs. It's a complete EFB. You can have websites, tabs for websites, tabs for your flight plan, tabs for Navigraph, your plates and everything. Everything integrated seamlessly. There you go. And it works amazing. A live map. If you're flying offline, I'm pretty sure you will track AI. I could be wrong. Now I don't fly offline, so I don't know. Maybe if you have UTL, it will track UTL. It has a live map for VATSIM, so it has everything. It's everything in one tool. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have the audio. Like it won't substitute vPilot to connect to VATSIM, but maybe one day, who knows? So it is amazing and gives you that overlay. You can keep track of. You get a logbook. You have a fleet database. You can keep all your planes. You know where they are sitting right now. It was the last place that you flew. That particular plane. It is quite a tool. It's really amazing. Dan is an amazing guy. Check. They have a Discord going. I have the link to the website. Go check it out if you fly. If you sim. It is works with Explain too. It's not just Prepar. Works with FSX Prepar and Explain. I think Dan actually flies on Explain, if I'm not mistaken. He actually has a Twitch channel too that he streams. I actually should put his Twitch. I'm gonna do that for the next flights. I'm gonna put his Twitch channel link. So because he sometimes streams using SimToolkitPro, and I think he has the actual software showing up on during his stream, so you can have an idea. And he knows way more the possibilities of the software than I do. So it's if you're interested, you should take a look. If you flight sim, it is quite an amazing tool. Anyways, we're there. I managed to keep talking for 80 miles non-stop. So yeah, 10 miles, 1 minute, so we can go through our numbers. We have Holtres is the waypoint. Then we should be at flight level 340. It matches 448, 447 for the speed. We're actually doing a better ground speed now, so that's good. Winds 281 at 13. Oh, so look at that. Am I looking at the pro? Yes, I am. Yeah. So yeah. So the winds have shifted a little bit. Yeah, we are getting 242 at 20 instead of 281 at 13. So that's giving us a little bit of a boost on our ground speed there. We should be 1 hour and 10 minutes in our flight. We are 109.10 right now in 10 seconds. So that makes sense. 8.9, 3.9 for the fuel. We have 9.0, 3.8. So great. We are, of course, we have a better ground speed. We have a faster ground speed than planned. We are burning less fuel than planned. That makes sense. So yeah, as long as everything makes sense, we're good. And we are a little bit faster than planned too. So that all makes sense, right? Better ground speed, stronger tailwind, better ground speed, less fuel, quicker time or faster time. That's all we want to see when you're checking these numbers. We want to make sure that everything makes sense and everything is good. Okay, so our last hour. I know it's not 1 hour, but it's 1 hour and 5 minutes according to our FMS, saying that we're gonna arrive there at 0407. It's 0302, so 1 hour and 5 minutes. But we're gonna call our last hour. So our last hour, we should be starting our descent soon. In relation to our just as I speak, we can see our bar, our arrow, showing our TOD, our top of descent. It's 310 miles right now from us. So yeah, we should be getting ready soon. We're gonna get a new. We should get. What time was? I should have wrote that down. What time was that meter? The meter for Norilsk that we pulled. The last one was it was on half an hour. So it was at 2:30. So we have another 27 minutes. Yeah, we can wait because we have roughly 1 hour. We have 40 minutes till our top of descent, and we need 27 minutes for new weather information. So we're gonna here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait until 3:35, get the new weather information, set those numbers in our approach page, and brief our approach. All back to back, and before our top of descent, and then we're gonna get everything set for our top of descent. So yeah, so let's wait for another 30 minutes, another half an hour for them to publish the new meter, and then we're gonna use those numbers. Those are gonna be our official numbers. Everything is leading us to believe that we made the right choice of choosing runway 01. So hopefully the winds are gonna stay constant there, and we can hopefully die down a little bit. Last time that we checked was 9 meters per second. That will be we calculated roughly 17.5 knots. So hopefully the winds are gonna die down a little bit, and we're gonna have a little bit of a easier approach. Haven't landed on the airport yet. I modified everything on that airport, so keep that in mind, that if you sink, if you go through the runway or the taxiway while we were taxiing, if all of a sudden we sink in the depths of the planet, it was my fault. I haven't tested yet, and now that I think I haven't even taxied there yet. I was always using slew mode to check to see if everything. Oh, this is much faster, right? To check and see that everything made sense. But I didn't actually taxi it, so or landed or use the ILS or nothing. But I don't think the ILS will be a problem or any other radio navigation, because from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, but that information when you're using a payware aircraft like a PMDG, FSLabs, or what, even Karen, whatever, anything that uses Navigraph database, TFDI, whatever. From what I understand, all the radio navigation and frequencies and the FMS is getting from the database and not from the actual simulator. So let's say that all the frequencies are outdated, everything is wrong, everything is bad on the simulator. It doesn't matter as long as you're flying an aircraft that is using a Navigraph database. So to me, this is what I understand how it works. I don't know if I'm right or not. I hope I am, because if not, we might have problems on the ILS. That's all I have to say. Of course, we had to make sure that the airport runway is sitting on the proper position. Even if the ILS on the actual simulator is not right, the runway has to be, or else by using the Navigraph nav database, if the runway doesn't line up with the ILS will work, but we won't be touching down the runway. So anyways, if something bad happens once we approach there, I'm sorry. I'm apologizing in advance. I haven't tested nothing. I was so excited to be able to use this airport that for many it's impossible to use now. And so unique, and it is too bad that Aerosoft never worked on the airport again to make it even compatible. It didn't have to rework textures. You guys will see, looks great on V4. It looks great. It's too bad that they just needed to fix the objects and everything. Yeah. But anyways, I understand why, but it is too bad that we, unfortunately, right, with things progressing and every time that we get new simulators and new versions, some of the stuff gets left behind, including one of my favorites ever, the MD-11, which just today we got the announcement from TFDI that they are doing the MD-11. I cannot believe that they are doing an MD-11. Everybody always complained to PMDG, cried, and they always said it wasn't financially viable. That's why that reminded me of the MD-11, because I know this airport for Aerosoft is probably not financially viable to rework on it. Right, it probably didn't sell much, which is very unfortunate because it's an amazing destination and like amazing. You guys will see even better like winter textures that we won't see today, but we will see at one point once winter gets here. Hopefully never again. No. But yeah, I understand why they never worked. And I'm very excited for the MD-11. Oh my gosh, that thing is gonna be amazing, amazing. I don't even know. I didn't even read the news or nothing. I have no idea if it's for the new Microsoft Flight Simulator BS there. I don't know what's going on, or even how much it's gonna cost, or when they are planning to release this. But oh my god, I saw MD-11, I saw TFDI, I was excited. I cannot wait to go to FS Elite later on and actually read the news. That is a first day buy guaranteed. Not even gonna think about it. Oh my gosh. With some old school liveries, and oh man, that thing's gonna be amazing. Oh, guys, we'll see MD-11s everywhere on VATSIM. I can guarantee. So many people. Now we just need a new Concorde. That FSLabs unfortunately pulled the plug on it. So hopefully they will reconsider their decision. They never canceled the project, but they put it on hold. So hopefully they will reconsider and keep and work on a Concorde, a new Concorde for V5, V4, V5, and Microsoft 2020 or whatever that thing's gonna be called. People keep saying Microsoft 2020, but Microsoft never said that that thing's gonna get released in 2020. But that's a story for a different day and a different channel. Here is all about Prepar and FSLabs and future MD11. Okay. Oh, we already passed another waypoint, Batra. We, even though I don't think there's any traffic here, we will be doing our announcement once we get close to. We're not gonna call top of descent, but we will call inbound on the star. Let me just check this live map. That's another thing that I never use. Just give me 1 second here. It would be nice, actually. You know, a good idea that I might put on Discord there. Yeah, actually, I never thought about that. So this, I don't think this overlay, this map, yeah, this live map, OBS overlay, I don't think this map shows traffic. So that will be actually a good idea. I'm gonna ask Dan there or one of the guys on Discord if this map is supposed to, the overlay map is supposed to show traffic. If there's a setting that I'm missing that I can set to show traffic, or if not, it's not showing traffic at the moment. If it's something that it can be done, that will be actually quite interesting for to have on the overlay there showing up on your bottom left screen. On the bottom left of the screen there, to actually have VATSIM traffic showing up. I don't know how. I don't know. Maybe depending if you go to a heavy traffic area, if you have zoomed out, like we have there, if it will be too hard to a lot of stuff on the screen. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna ask just out of curiosity. I'm gonna ask and see what's the story on this. That made me think about it because I came on a live map too here on SimToolkitPro, and of course you have the layers and options, and you have the option for VATSIM, even Pilot Edge. Actually, if you're not familiar with Pilot Edge, is a ATC system that they have US only, some particular areas in the US that they try to, well, they make it as real as it can be, right? It's a subscription system. So Pilot Edge, if you wanna Google, if you're interested. Anyways, so you can choose which traffic from what source do you want, and they have, of course, VATSIM. And that made me think about it. What if the overlay map would show traffic too? That would be pretty interesting. So I was just looking here at traffic, and believe it or not, there's someone actually took off out of NORILSK a while ago. So there's actually traffic. There's actually people using that airport. That's actually pretty good. But he's going to Moscow, Domodedovo, which I know it's this is as far as I remember, it is a real-world flight too. There's a couple of companies that operate out of Domodedovo that flies to NORILSK. So yeah, that looks like an actual real flight. At least it makes sense. So yeah, So yeah, they have a very complete, like, the live map is amazing. I'm just looking now. I usually, I don't like to use live maps. I don't like to see where other traffic is. I like to make it a little bit more realistic. If it shows on TCAS, good. If it doesn't show on TCAS, we don't know it's there. So especially now that UNICOM, we are with the way the UNICOM works on VATSIM, which is amazing. We can actually use voice and report traffic. Then there's no, to me, there's no point on using a live map, especially if we can now use voice on UNICOM. It just takes it out from the realism in my point of view, and makes and we get too complacent, always checking and not having to do what our diligence when we are flying, right? That we have to do in real life on uncontrolled airspace. So yeah, okay, another 13, close to 15 minutes. We're gonna be checking for weather information. We can double check our numbers at Vettel there, and looks like it's clearing up here. That's what it looks like. Yeah, we can see gaps and everything, and looks much better on the at this region here. It is amazing how we flew over clouds the whole flight. That was quite impressive, and like I said, high tops too. Yeah, this was pretty interesting. I don't remember having a flight like this. I usually don't pay attention, so that's to that kind of stuff, to the exterior views and everything, but that's just to show it caught my attention, even though I don't actually pay attention to that stuff. That was pretty interesting to see. Unfortunately, if you guys watched all the other videos, especially the last two videos going to Portugal and coming back, I downgraded the resolution on the clouds. This is one flight that we could have had all this in very high definition, but because thanks to London Heathrow, I decided to just leave the clouds on a lower resolution. To be honest, on the weekend I was contemplating on buying Gatwick, Genosoft's Gatwick, until Gary from UK 2000 releases a Gatwick HD, a newer version, properly, well, it's not that the other one is not properly made, but something modern, made for V4, right? So I was thinking about buying Genosoft's Gatwick, just so we don't fly out of Heathrow anymore. I cannot stay in that Heathrow anymore. Anyway, we got a company message, which I know what it is. It's a gate. It's a gate assignment. I can guarantee you it's a gate assignment. Yes, gate number 1. So we're expecting ETA at 0407 at Alykel, NORILSK. That's we get the IATA and the ICAO for the airport. Arrival, that's our registration, Victor Quebec, Bravo Papa November. Our flight SBI 5303, stand number 1. So yeah, we own all the. It's not that difficult. There's only 1 and 2. So the captain that left NORILSK that we saw on the map, he took one, we take the other one. That's simple as that. They have more stands, but they are all stands. They are not gates. And if you're European, you're gonna say that everything is stand. But here in North America, we call it gate if it has a jetway. If it doesn't have a jetway, it's a stand. It is what it is. You might like it, you might not like it, but it is what it is. That's how it works. So I do my best, and I think I do a pretty good job when I'm in Europe, to call stand on everything. Sometimes I forget, but that's what I'm used to. I know people don't like it. I know there's seen many arguments online on forums, but well, it is what it is. You don't like it, it's too bad. Write a petition to the government and tell them to change, because unfortunately it is what it is here. So jetway gate, no jetway stand. But like I said, I try my best to respect the fact that that's not how it is in, especially in the UK. So I always call stand. Sometimes I'm not in the heat of the thing, I say gate, but just because that's what I'm used to in real life. Anyways, Vero. We got our, I'm just gonna write down, we were selected at gate number 1. Okay, so it's down. Vero, there you go. 1 hour and 33 minutes in. We are 129.49. Winds, that's what I'm more interested in. 308 at 17. So now the winds make more sense. Well, not they make more sense. They made sense before. They were just better for us before. But now the winds are closer to what we had calculated on our flight plan. So now we have yeah, our ground speed went down, unfortunately. And so we were looking here into 448, 437. We have 447, 435, so that's pretty close. Like I said before, an hour and 33 in. We are 130.37. Flight level 340 still. Fuel 8 and 4.9. We have 8.1, 4.7. So we're good. That's really good. Everything working really nice. Still showing estimated fuel on board of 7,000 kilograms once we reach Norilsk. So we're happy. I don't think we're gonna have any issues. We can already see the airport showing up on the top of our excuse me, on top of our moving map there on our display. And we can see our top of the center TOD at roughly 160 miles. Looking on the MCDU, the FMS is saying 55 now, to be more precise, and 22 minutes. So in 22 minutes we should be starting our descent, and then it's all downhill from there. Let's just not forget to get our weather information before our top of descent with some kind of room, because like I said, we need to fill up the information in our MCDU, feed the information to the FMS, FS2 crew, do our approach briefing, all before our initiating our descent. So there's 6 minutes for 3:30, and we're gonna give a few more minutes, couple of minutes, just to give it time for everything to be published and everything, and then we're gonna check. And those numbers, we're gonna write those numbers down, and those numbers are gonna be the numbers used for the approach. And once again, I'm really sorry something goes wrong on the approach / taxi. roll / taxi / parking. Any one of those phases. Approach, touchdown, roll, taxi, and park. I'm gonna keep working on the airport. I wanna make it. I'm gonna fix the lights and everything. Oh, I don't remember if I mentioned or not. I talked so much on this one. I'm sorry. I don't remember if I mentioned or not, but the lights. We don't have lights on the airport. Just runway lights, and that's it. I don't think any one of the other lights are done proper not done properly. They were, but they are not working properly on V4. So I'm gonna have to put some work on that stuff. Even the approach lights are not working. PAPI, from what I understand, is not working. None of this stuff is working. So I'm gonna have to actually fix all that stuff. But since we have no plans, at least not right now, to fly there at night, I wanted to be able to fly. So I fixed the minimum necessary to so we can conduct an actual flight there. And but I'm gonna keep working. I promise. One day, hopefully, I'm no programmer or no AFCAD specialist or nothing. But I'm gonna do my best to fix everything and have this airport fully functional, including night lighting and everything. And who knows, maybe one day GSX and dynamic lighting too. Since might as well, since we work putting all this effort, might as well add GSX and try to make GSX work and get dynamic lighting on it. Okay, 2 minutes and 20, and we can get another weather report. We're gonna wait a little bit longer to actually make the request, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna get busy. It's gonna be nice. We're gonna talk about our STAR, our approach arrival procedure and approach procedures. We're gonna talk about our approach, our ILS procedures and all that stuff. Get everything set it up, and get ready for some exciting approach and landing on an exciting and pretty cool airport. And yes, I'm gonna make sure that I check the GSX and see how to do the anti-ice, de-ice and anti-ice. How I just didn't want to struggle and ended up ruining the flight. So that's why I didn't want to do it. And I should actually do some studying and find out what's the procedure for an engine anti-ice and wings anti-ice on the A320. I don't know if you only activate once you get the icing warning, or if you do it as a prevention if icing is expected. I'm not too sure. So I'm gonna have to ask someone that knows, someone that's type rated. I'll look into that. And yeah, I'm definitely testing the GSX. The anti-ice and anti-ice slash or de-ice slash anti-ice procedures. Like I said, I just didn't want to ruin this time. I was excited about the airport. I was excited that we were flying in Russia, and I really didn't want to ruin. But as soon as this flight ends, I'm gonna go back to Novosibirsk. Hopefully the weather is still calling for icing. It's still raining there and cold. So, well, cooler, not cold. So we get the warning from GSX and we request de-ice, anti-ice and de-ice. Oh, de-ice and anti-ice. One thing that I never paid much attention when you're actually open up the menu, I wonder if you can actually force the request to de-ice and anti-ice and apply anti-ice on the aircraft, or if you need to wait for the proper conditions so GSX warns you, and then you have the choice to say yes or no. I'm wondering. So I'm gonna go back there, and if not, and if it doesn't show and I can't find a way to force it, I'm gonna set up a weather that I know it's gonna request icing. It's gonna suggest for us to de-ice and apply anti-ice, and I'm gonna do it with the FSLabs because I want to see what we have to do, how does it work, and all that stuff. You have to turn the engines. I wonder what they do. If they keep one engine running, if they keep both engines running, idle, if they shut down both engines. I never paid too much attention as a passenger. Yeah, that's another thing that I'm gonna have to look. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into de-icing. Even now we're getting into spring now, and de-icing and anti-ice won't be an issue for for a little bit at least. It will be right now here too, but will be too in Russia. And if we decide to start doing some flights in Russia, we might know how this thing works, and might want to make sure that we get this properly done. Okay, we're close. We're getting there. Last waypoint that we're gonna do any kind of check. It's Gobna here. So we don't have time because according to our flight plan, it's saying, oh, do we have a step? Do you have a step there? I don't remember. Yes, we do have, actually. Yeah, we had quite a bunch of steps. I just yeah. Anyways, they had a step down to 320. We're not gonna bother. But we were supposed to start our descent to 320 now. But like we are 80 miles from our TOD, 11 minutes. Anyway, it's good like this. Not gonna bother. An hour and 45. So we are an hour and 43, sorry. So we are 142, 7.6, 5.3. So we have 7.7, 5.2 for fuel. And we have winds 314 at 21. We are right now 311 and 20. So that's that. Let's request for Art-kach system, the ATSU. Let's request our latest and last weather information that we're gonna get from NORILSK. Yes, oh, that's from 3 o'clock. I wonder if we're gonna get one at 3:30. If not, we use this one too. It would be nice to get a one at 3:30.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage
If
of your
not,
tax-free allowances today and make some amazing
just
savings
thinking
with our
here.
boutique range. In your in-flight brochure,
We're gonna
you'll
start
find
our
details of
descent in
award-winning
11.
selection of gifts, most with massive
Yeah,
discounts. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat.
yeah. Let's
If you'd
write
like to
at
see
least
any
write down
products,
these numbers.
any questions, or
So
would like to make great
UOOO,
savings, then just ask us. We join you in the cabin.
it's the 5th 3 Zulu 030 at 7 MPS. Okay, sky is great, -9, dew point -12, QNH 1013. Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering here. Yeah, he already wants the destination data. Okay, let's use these numbers. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, so QNH we have 1013. Temperature -9. Winds. Oh yes, that's what I wanted. So 7 miles per second. Oh, miles per second. 7 meters per second. It's 14 knots. So we can call 14, 13.6. So we can call 14 knots. So it's 030 at 14. Transition, yeah, we're gonna leave, is it 48? Uh, 60. Ah, ooh, I'm glad he didn't accept that. Well, 60. MDA for the ILS runway 01 is 738. And that's that. So let's put this information here real quick. Approach transition level then is 6. ILS 1860. We did that before, just want to make sure. MDA 738. Low, max, and we're good. Are you ready for the approach briefing?
Ready.
Okay, so for the approach, it's gonna be Oluri, like I said before. We fixed for Oluri 1 Golf arrival. That's gonna bring us to the NDB, which is the initial approach fix. If we decide to fly a full procedure, we're gonna have to do a procedure turn over there, and so we can go around and intercept the localizer. The plate says 2 minutes legs. So once we and we're gonna do racetrack. The what's that? Oh, just ActiveSky. The entry is gonna be just standard racetrack, and we're gonna fly 2 minutes, 2 minute legs outbound, 2 minute leg outbound, and come back and intercept the localizer. The headings will be 193 and 013 coming back for the localizer. Pretty straightforward, pretty straight, pretty simple procedure. Even though I've never done with the Airbus, I've done in real life flying manually, but I've never done with the Airbus. So we're gonna have to figure out if things go south once we are trying to set this thing up. We might try manually. If not, then we're gonna kind of fix vector ourselves, get out of the whole thing, vector ourselves, and bring it back. So I apologize for that too in advance. I've never done a full procedure with the Airbus. This is gonna be the first time with this FSLabs Airbus. I've done many years ago with the PSS Airbus, but not with the FSLabs. I rarely have a chance on, especially on VATSIM, to do full procedures. Okay, so for altitudes then, just real quick because we're approaching our TOD. Yeah, we're close. We're gonna descend to flight level 60, and we're gonna hit the initial approach fix. We're gonna be over the NDB at 6,000 to start our procedure turn, and on our procedure turn we're gonna descend to 1,860, and that's our final approach fix intercept altitude. We talk about the MDA 738 and a missed approach. Climb straight ahead to DME 4.3 on the NORILSK VOR, then turn left, max 220 knots to the NDB, climbing to 1,860 or above, then according to chart or holding, which is okay. Doesn't say much. So we're gonna set, I don't know, 2,000 feet on for our missed approach altitude. And for taxiing, we talked about taxiing. We want to roll all the way down as much as we can and exit Charlie, or at the threshold Bravo, but Charlie will be easier. And we're taking a gate or stand 1. Any questions?
I'm good.
Okay. So that was a long takeoff approach briefing. Okay, let's go. We got our landing performances. Everything looks good. Just double checking. Yeah, everything looks good. We can do our hat one more time if we want. Just double checking. IAP 109.5. 13 is the course, and we're gonna have the ADF set to 510. And what else do we need here? And radar fuel prediction looks good. We are double checking. Yeah, our approach numbers look good, and everything looks good. Okay, so we're good on that. Landing elevation showing out of 600. Altitude there, from what I remember, was 59 something. Yeah, 597. Just checked on the plate here. So we're good with that. Approach briefing we've done. Terrain, we're gonna have terrain from now on. And everything looks good. Let's set our, we set 6,000 and low for the auto brake. We're not gonna make calls right now, but we're gonna be making calls soon. And as you can see, since this is going to be a full procedure, usually the star is pretty straightforward. We just keep going straight all the way to the NDB. We hit the NDB, do our procedure turn, which is a racetrack, come back, descending from 6,000 to 1,800, descend and intercept the localizer. And the tracks are 193 and 013 on the procedure turn. And actually that's the same pattern for the hold. If we have to if we have to go miss, if we have to overshoot, but of course the legs are much shorter. They're not gonna be 2-minute legs, right? Okay, let's start our descent. Actually, we should leave flight level 10 because Oluri has altitude not below flight level 100 constraint. So we'll follow that one first, and then we go down to 6 for the mandatory altitude at the initial approach fix, the NDB. So as you can see, on our selected altitude here, we have in meters 3047, and it's very useful on approaches. When you start getting closer and closer to the ground, to have the information in meters. And I don't know why I mentioned that inches of mercury was on the weather report. I don't know why. I saw 3 numbers. I said stuff without thinking. But yeah, there's no inches of mercury on the reports here. It's all hectopascal or yeah. Yeah, actually, basically, it's all hectopascal. Hi there. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy. I got here on a perfect timing. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a good week and everything's fine with you and the family. So yeah, I don't know why I was talking about inches of mercury when I was looking at the report on the remarks there, but no, they just have the QFE and the QNH. There's no inches of mercury. I said that they had the 3 numbers. I saw 3 numbers and I didn't even pay too much attention. I said QFE, QNH, and millibars QFE and the pressure in inches of mercury, but they don't have, even on the remarks, they only have the millibars and the air pressure. The QFE, the pressure on current ground level. Anyways, exciting times ahead. We already had our briefing. We had all the numbers make sense. Everything is we punched in all the numbers. We've done our approach briefing. We have to make our calls and on UNICOM here, and we want to make sure that we get this full procedure on the NDB properly. I wonder if he's gonna draw the procedure turn. That's one thing that I'm not too sure. Actually, there's a way for us to see this. I'm gonna switch this to nav. We're gonna get closer real quick, then we're gonna move down on our flight plan. Oh, sorry, plan, not nav. See, that's what I want to see. See, I wonder if he's gonna fly the pattern, the racetrack here for us, or if we have to set something. That's one thing that I don't know. You think that an aircraft of that modern, with all the systems, will realize that this is a procedure turn, and he has to hit here and fly the racetrack, and you like for whatever amount of time. In this case, it's published. It's 2 minutes, so he should know that you have to fly the racetrack 2 minutes 2 minutes legs, and come back to intercept the localizer. So we'll see. If he doesn't do it, we will set our own. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of meh, but if we have to fly to manually set and get out of manage mode, we'll do it. It's not gonna be. I'm sure that there's a way to do it. I personally don't know. Like I said, I never done a full procedure on the FSLabs Airbus. But you think that there's a way it will even
Cabin
show
crew,
to you
prepare
the
for
procedure
arrival.
turn. Anyways, let's bring this seatbelts on. Once again, I'm really sorry for the cabin announcement for being in English. I don't know what happened with my
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly
why
be
it's not why it didn't
Please
work.
ensure your cabin bag is safely
But
stowed
that
without
I'm gonna
inside.
take a look. I actually should write it down.
Must be stowed,
So I need to check
armrests down,
GSX,
and window blinds open.
NTIs,
You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for
and
landing.
cabin
Please help
announcements
us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, or magazines that you do
that are not
want to
work
take with
that
you.
didn't work.
The toilets are no longer in
Yeah,
service.
I'll check. I'll see what I can find out here. Actually, can leave that for you. So yeah, so let's see what happens. But like I said, I'm not type rated on the Airbus, so not too sure how to fly a full procedure, how to set up a procedure turn on the FMS. I'm gonna check the before I give up. Let me check here. You think that it will show some kind of PT something, but it doesn't. It only shows a flight plan discontinuity. Oh, I got it. But still, there has to be a way to set this. Okay. Step altitude. I did something here. 030. I'm trying to figure out the procedure turn thing, how to set it up, and I ended up. Do I set up a hold? Oh, I can set up a hold. I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it. But we can set up a hold, but a hold, I don't think we're going to be able to descend. Are we going to be able to descend on a hold? There's another thing here that I don't remember what it is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we could set up a hold. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but we can set up a hold at AP. We can set a hold. Inbound course has to be. I should have looked into this a little bit earlier. The inbound course has to be 013. It's left turn. And time, we put 2 minutes. See, now we have a procedure turn there. I'm gonna insert, and anything we don't, we just get out of the, of the hold. I wanna see if we're gonna be able to descend on a hold, and how easy it's gonna be to get out of the hold, and what's gonna happen if we're on the hold and we press approach on the ILS when we're established on the localizer. If it's just gonna realize that we are out of the hold and we're shooting the approach. So tests, those are gonna be tests. If it doesn't work, we go missed, we come back and we vector ourselves to another one. But yeah, that's the idea. I'm pretty sure there's a better way to do it. So yeah, I'm just gonna move this to plan again, and let's see what the flight plan is saying. Just want to make sure that the hold is, oh, we want to be a little bit closer here. Yeah, see, so now you have a hold set up here that hopefully he will fly the hold, left turn, and 2 minutes legs. So we're gonna be flying for 2 minutes here, and once we come back, we're gonna activate the approach and see if he disengages, if he gets out of the hold and engages the glide slope and the localizer and intercepts both. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So this, okay, let's cancel this hold. It's showing the procedure turn. So that's what I was concerned. There we go. So see the 2 minutes lag, how it's much longer than an actual hold. So that's what it is. This is a procedure turn, 2 minutes lag for us to come back and shoot the approach. Since we are flying the full procedure for the ILS runway 01. I'm just have to go back to organize ourselves here. Okay, so we're getting ready. Now, I hope my hold that I set up, oh, I found the hold. Okay. So I deleted the hold. Let's see if the the procedure turn is gonna show up. I hope it does. And we're clearing. No. I hope it shows the procedure turn again. Or else I screwed it up. I probably did. Probably gonna have to enable that hold again. Yeah, let's add the hold. I'm gonna actually add the hold, and we can go down to 6 here. NORILSK ALYKEL traffic, Siberian Airlines 5303 is an A320. We're inbound for landing. We're gonna be shooting ILS runway 01, full approach, full procedure, and we are right now flying the Ouluri 1 Golf arrival. So once again, it's gonna be a full procedure from the NDB for the ILS runway 08 at NORILSK ALYKEL. Any traffic, please advise Siberian Airlines 5303. It was a mix of Russian and English. Siberian. Anyways, we're down to 6. There's a constraint of 6 here. We're gonna fly this leg, the 2 minutes leg. Once we come back, we intercept. And first I'll try to just activate the approach. If it doesn't engage out of the hold, I'll cancel the hold manually, and I'll figure out how to properly fly a procedure turn, how to set up a procedure turn. But might be like this, might be a pseudo hold. But you think that the system advanced like this will actually. But anyways, we'll fly like this. It might be wrong, probably is. So I apologize if you're type rated on the A320. If that's not the proper way to fly a procedure turn, to set up a procedure turn. But that's the idea that I had. Okay, you're approaching a transition level. Of course, we're gonna be sitting right at 6,000. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set QNH 1013 set.
QNH 1013 set, passing 6,500. Now.
Checked. Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Baro ref.
QNH 1013 set.
QNH 1013 set. Minimum.
738 feet set.
738 feet set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
So this is one of my concerns. Is it gonna allow us to descend? Okay, he's descending on the hold, which is not a hold, it's a procedure turn, but we set it up as a hold. So he's allowing us to descend on the pseudo procedure turn that we set up here. So 2 minutes legs. We want to go down to 1800. It is 1860, so okay, let's call it 1900 if you want to follow the rules. And on the way back, we're gonna activate the approach and see if it disengages and follows the glide slope. If it does, we know how to do it. If it doesn't, we're gonna cancel the hold right away, and hopefully the plane's not gonna go berserk. Not knowing, like asking, what the hell are you doing, buddy? You need to go back to school. We don't need to go down that aggressive, but since we might have to deal with other issues here, I want to be low. I want to go down as soon as possible. Okay, so we are already getting there on the glide slope, so we're good. Yeah, like I said, there's nothing here. Absolutely nothing.
Cabin crew seats for landing, please.
We definitely can bring this down or up, depends on how you see it.
Eyes Norman. Yep, that's the cabin secure for landing. See you in the ground, bye.
Flaps 1.
Speed checked. Flaps 1.
That's a smart machine. Look at that. He disengaged our pseudo procedure turn and NORILSK ALYKEL traffic Siberian Airlines 5303 A320 established on localizer for ILS runway 01. Siberian Airlines 5303 NORILSK ALYKEL. Lock start.
Checked.
So okay, so it works the way we did. Oh, and we have the runway in sight, so we're good too. Flaps 2.
Speed checked. Flaps 2.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Not even another airport. Like I said, our alternate is 600 miles. It's not 600 miles, but it is far. I can check here. Yeah, it is 619. It is actually 600 miles. I thought I was exaggerating a little bit. 619 miles. I'll alternate if we have to go. Well, it looks aligned to the runway, so glide slope start.
Checked. Passing final approach fix 1860 feet.
Check. Gear down.
Gear down.
The winds are brutal. Right in our face. It's taking forever. Looks like we're not even moving. That's what happens when we have strong headwind on final. Takes forever. We could have hold this gear down for 2 more minutes. Flaps 3.
Speed checked. Flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Speed checked. Flaps full. Cabin crew, be seated for landing.
Oh, look at that. The pump is working, as far as I know. Landing checklist.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
1000. Auto thrust.
Checked. Speed.
Auto brake.
Low. Low. Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete. Glide.
300. 100 above.
100 above.
Checked.
200. Minimum.
Minimum.
Lane.
Checked.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
Spoilers. Reverse green. Decel.
We don't want to kill momentum here because we have to taxi all the way down to the other end of the runway. Look at the slope on the runway. Oh.
$70 knots.
Check. NORILSK ALYKEL traffic Siberian Airlines 5303, vacated runway 01 at Bravo. Siberian Airlines 5303, NORILSK ALYKEL.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched on. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out.
NORILSK ALYKEL traffic Siberian Airlines 5303 A320 at Bravo. Gonna be taxiing to gate number 1 via Bravo and Inner. Any traffic, please advise Siberian Airlines 5303 NORILSK ALYKEL. After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
I called Bravo. We're actually at Charlie, not Bravo. Anyways, one of the interesting thing that I think it's gonna be easy to fix. GSX wasn't working before, but GSX now is complaining that it's it is it's just it's a small now do I have to keep straight and turn right there, because I know here there's no I don't think there's any way around there. Let me check this a little bit better. Yeah, I think we have to turn here. Now GSX just complaining that the gate is not it's not big enough. That I can fix. Yeah, see, there's some shimmering, some craziness going on here, but it's okay. It's all good. Just the fact that it has a NORILSK running on V4, I'm happy. So our gate will be the first one on the right there, gate number 1. That's what the company sent us via acres. It's a much different scenery when it's winter here. But yeah, I'm very happy that we get a chance to use this airport. I'll definitely gonna see what needs to be done for GSX to what changes do I have to do, so GSX will accept this as a valid gate, which it is a valid gate for the Airbus, for the A320. Oh, I think I know what it is. Let me see. Maybe this is as a... Yeah, but even 10, because I see 11 there. Oh, but 11 is supposed to be this to the right, so yeah, no. This is definitely number 1. Yeah, I was just gonna have to... already passed the gate. Talking here, not paying attention. I think we are, because it's on the corner of the first building there. On the second building here. Oh yeah, we're gonna make it in time. Look at this hard left here. We're gonna make it. Oh, but we actually have a... Oh, that's not too bad then. I don't know what GSX is complaining. This is good for an Airbus. Look at that, we got a marshaller and everything. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. We just won't have deboarding animation as far as I understand. And catering when we decide to go back to NOVOSIBIRSK from here. Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Okay. So accumulator pressure, it's 0, so we can set our parking brakes. Accumulator pressure rising. Engines 1 and engines 2 off. Cabin crew designs license cross check.
Captain Cruz, thank you very much for your hard work today. Your doors are clear to open.
Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
On.
Engines.
Off.
Seat belts.
Off.
Exterior lights.
Nav logo on.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Parking brake and chocks.
Off any.
Parking checklist complete.
Okay, so there you are. You worked quite well. I'm very happy. Oh, we have to open the... Actually, I'm gonna use this one. We have to open the door since... oh, it's doors. Since, or else we're not gonna get the flight time. Since GSX is not working, we need to force it. Okay, and 6.6 for the fuel, and 12,900 on a block. We had 12.9, and that's it. We're officializing our flight to NORILSK on the acres. Just to update our okay. So yeah, unfortunately no GSX, but I'm gonna find a way to change that. One thing, the gates won't work anyways until I actually add it and mod it, so I can put a profile, GSX profile. But I don't know, I'll think about it. And we have to put dynamic lighting too on this, but for later. So there it is, NORILSK airport. And have a good stay or welcome to NORILSK. Dobra pожаловать в NORILSK. That's what it says there. As you can see, there's some water reflection going on here, which is very advanced for the dates that this airport was actually released. It is quite an impressive airport. The textures, like I mentioned before, the winter textures are amazing. This whole terminal gets all hit by blowing snow and everything, the buildings, everything. There's tons of snow on the apron here, piles of snow everywhere, taxiway run. It is amazing. I cannot wait to be able to fly here in the winter. It's gonna be quite awesome. It is a beautiful airport. It's too bad that it takes a lot of work to make it work on 4.5. And it's too bad that Aerosoft is not, as far as I know, have no intentions of ever touching this airport ever again. It would be nice to have a modernized version of this airport. Look at the scenery. Look at the buildings. It's you might think, oh, there's nothing there, but that's exactly what it is. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing here. This is all you can see. It is it's awesome. And look at this design here for this apron. Like, you have other parkings on the other side and you have to go around. It is amazing. It's an amazing airport. I love it. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much. Sorry that I thought that this time I talked too much. That was bad. Sorry that I talked too much, or there was no ATC. I ended up talking too much. But I hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna be flying back once when we decide to fly again at with S7 with Sibir Avia Compania or Siberian Airlines. Once we decide to fly this particular aircraft again, we're gonna be flying out of NORILSK here and back to Novosibirsk, which is gonna be an awesome flight too, awesome approach to Novosibirsk, not as exotic as this one, but very nice nonetheless. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for everything. Even if you're not watching on live, the stream live, you're just watching later on YouTube or Twitch. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you have questions, comments, concerns, ideas, anything, drop a message in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to reply, and we go from there. Thank you so much once again for everything. I really appreciate taking time of your day to watch this. It's a blast. I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Stay safe and please enjoy your week. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.